UFC 298 is officially over, and Ilia Topuria is your new featherweight UFC champion. He defeated Alexander Volkanovski in the second round due to knockout. This fight was insane. Ilia Topuria shocked the world and surprised everyone. He surprised myself. I didn't think Topuria was going to win. I thought Volkanovski's kicking and his movement was going to be too much for Topuria. Now, I did say in the preview video that I thought Topuria would land some good shots, but I didn't think he was going to be able to knock out Volkanovski just like that, just that easy, and he did. I think this is the end for Volkanovski. I don't think he should have took that Makhachev fight on short notice and then had a 3-month turnaround to fight Ilia Topuria. I think that was stupid. I've said that from the beginning. I thought that was stupid. And John Anik made a good point about Alexander Volkanovski. He said there's two types of fighters. There's a fighter that wants to have his life set up with money, and then there's another fighter who wants his life set up with his legacy. And John Anik said, I think Volkanovski took that money route, and he wanted the legacy route, but he saw that payday and couldn't turn it down. And I think that was a great point made. Volkanovski could have saved himself, not got knocked out by Makhachev, and waited out and fought Topuria, and I think it would have been a better fight for Volkanovski. It could have been the same result, but at least Volkanovski didn't go into this fight coming off a knockout loss against Makhachev and a short turnaround, 3 months, to fight Topuria, who has insane power. For Ilia Topuria, this man is set up. Not only did he talk all the shit that he did against Volkanovski and told everybody, I'm the future champion, I'm the new generation, I'm taking out Volkanovski. He had a good run. He backed it up. He stayed composed in rounds 1 and 2. He landed the jab a couple of times. He even threw his own leg kicks, which I was super surprised about. Going into this fight, I didn't think Topuria was going to throw any leg kicks or check any, and he did, which I was actually surprised about. But in the first round, he stayed composed. He threw the jab multiple times. And if you look back at the first round, there was a couple of times, Dean Thomas mentioned this during the broadcast, that Volkanovski was cutting the angles really well in the fight. But when Ilia Topuria would throw the double jab and then the overhand right, or he would throw the double jab, go to the body, then back to the head, Volkanovski would keep his feet in the same place, and right when he would get hit, his chin was left open and he was leaving it open. And when he would move, he was keeping his hands down and cutting the angles with his head in the air. And Dean Thomas mentioned in the broadcast, Volkanovski is leaving his chin open. Topuria could find something, and that's what happened. In the second round, Volkanovski was actually winning that round. He was landing the jab multiple times. Ilia Topuria backed Volkanovski up. Ilia Topuria did eat a lot of jabs. If you go back right before he knocks out Volkanovski, his nose was bleeding. It was pretty banged up. And Ilia Topuria, perfect combination. And honestly, I think Ilia Topuria might have the best boxing right now in the featherweight division. He might have passed Max Holloway. Maybe that's too early to say, but Ilia Topuria, when you're watching him in that first and second round, he's just bouncing his head left to right, slipping really well. Every time Volk would throw that jab, he would either get hit with the jab or he would roll just enough where it would slide off of him. Ilia Topuria in that second round, perfect boxing combination. He did a right hook to the body, left hook, right hook, and Volkanovski was backed up against the cage. He couldn't do anything. Then Topuria put his foot on the gas. After he threw that left hook, right hook, he paused for a second, let Volkanovski move his hands down by an inch, and Topuria immediately threw a right hook, left hook, knocked out Volkanovski immediately with the right hook that he threw, dropped him, landed a couple punches, but it was over. He knocked him out. Topuria is the new star. He has a lot going for him. I was wrong about him. I knew he was going to be amazing and put up a good fight, but I didn't know he was going to be able to put Volkanovski out in the second round. I did not see that coming. Huge respect to Ilia Topuria. He called out Conor McGregor. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Conor McGregor will probably fight Michael Chandler, but eventually, Conor McGregor could fight Ilia Topuria, maybe at lightweight, and Ilia Topuria would do that. Ilia Topuria has fought at lightweight before. I wouldn't be surprised for him to eventually go to lightweight. I think Ilia Topuria will most likely fight Movsar Evloev next. I think that's the rightful opponent next for Ilia Topuria, or the winner of Brian Ortega and Yair Rodriguez. Who wouldn't want to see Yair and Ilia, or even Brian Ortega and Ilia with that jiu-jitsu that Brian Ortega has, and Topuria also has a background in jiu-jitsu. I think Ilia Topuria has shown that he can be a pretty good champion. He's only 27 years old. He has a lot left in him. And I think we're about to see the new era, the new generation of Ilia Topuria. For Alexander Volkanovski, I think this really might be the end of Volkanovski. Back-to-back knockout losses to hard, tough fighters. I think if I was Volkanovski, I would move up to lightweight and either try and finish my career out there or look for fun fights. If I'm Volkanovski, why not, try to fight a Nate Diaz at lightweight, or fight maybe a Dustin Poirier or even a Beneil Dariush. Have some fun big fights, right? Look for the paydays now, because I don't think Volkanovski is going to have a third chance against Islam Makhachev. I don't think he should stay at featherweight because he's cleaned out that entire division. He just got knocked out by Ilia Topuria. If you have Volkanovski and Max Holloway in the same division and none of them are champion, you're just going to clear out the entire division. I think Volkanovski, the best move for him is going to lightweight. There's some fun fights there. And, Volkanovski is 35 years of age. That stat, it's real, Once you hit 35, it's hard to win a title. And if you are, your opponent better be older than you, because it's unlikely for you to, hold that title. I think Topuria, eventually, I think I would like to see Topuria and Sean O'Malley fight. I think that'd be a very interesting matchup. Sean O'Malley has been calling out Topuria, and I think if Sean O'Malley beats Chito Vera at UFC 299, I could see them giving Sean O'Malley to Ilia Topuria, and that would be a very fun matchup. I think that's too early, but eventually I would like to see Sean O'Malley and Ilia Topuria. But that is my breakdown of UFC 298. I think Volkanovski, his time is coming to an end. It was a crazy fight. Topuria looked amazing. Amazing boxing combination. And I think Ilia Topuria, he predicted it all. He was essentially like the Conor McGregor moment against Jose Aldo. He proved everybody wrong and looked phenomenal. And what a resume Topuria has already. But that was my recap video for UFC 298. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.